Good morning, Misfits and Dreamers. Bob here. Today we're going to learn how to make potato salad. We're going to learn how to make Scottish eggs, and no, they don't have scotch in them. We're also going to learn how to make fried cabbage, and I'll show you how to do this. This is really easy recipes to follow, but I've been, sorry guys from the fingers, been notified by a couple people that I'm not putting the recipes down in my vlogs, so henceforth from now on I will put all times, temperatures, and amounts in my recipes in my vlogs. Alright, let's get started. Okay, in order to make fried cabbage, and you have a head of cabbage, an onion, a carrot. To make the Scottish eggs, you're going to need sausage, flour, and Doritos. I'll show you what to do with the Doritos, guys. It's weird, but trust me on this one. It's fail-safe. So come on, we'll get started. Okay, pan, eggs, about 2 inches, 3 inches of water, and you're going to turn the eggs on, and you're going to let them steam, not boil, steam. As for potato salad, potatoes, red potatoes, and put the eggs in with them to hard-boil the eggs. Alright, as you can see, I cut the core out of your cabbage. You don't want that in your fried cabbage. Too tough, doesn't cook right, and it's pretty well gross. It's bitter, use a better word. So what we're going to do from here, we're going to slice the cabbage into strips. Alright, as you see, the cabbage is shredded. This recipe that I'm doing, guys, is enough for 2 people. Bonnie doesn't really eat it. The only one that eats fried cabbage is pretty much me and my daughter. So, anyway, once you've got that shredded, we will take some of the sausage and we'll start cooking it in the frying pan. Alright, as you can see, we're pretty much the thing. Now you're just going to leave those eggs in that pan and let them finish the internal temperature. We'll finish cooking them off for our Scottish eggs. Also, as you can see, now our potatoes and eggs are boiling, so just keep an eye on them until they're fork tender. Nothing more than fork tender, guys. Alright, that's about as much pork you're going to put in there. Why that? You turn them on low heat, let it brown. And then we're going to add the cabbage. While this is browning, you're going to prep your apple and your onion for your fried cabbage. Okay, half an onion. I'm going to slice this into slices as well. About 1/4 inch, more than sufficient. Alright, there's your eggs and your potatoes that are fork tender. We're now going to drain them and let them cool, and I'll show you how to make the potato salad. Okay, after 6 minutes of your eggs being steamed, you're going to pour cold water in with them and let them cool. Alright, you core your apple, you chop it up into smaller pieces. Now we're getting ready to cook our shredded cabbage with apples and onions. So let's get started. Oh yeah, didn't show you the cabbage, sorry. But anyway, this is what your cabbage should be shredded like. So what we're going to do is turn our heat on our pan now that our sausage is brown, and we're going to turn it down on medium, and we're going to add the onion and the cabbage, but only half the cabbage. You gotta let it cook down a little bit. And then once that happens, we add the rest, and then our apples. Alright guys, I switched pans. I think this works better in cast iron. Not that it wouldn't work in stainless steel, but I think cast iron holds heat a little bit better, browns it a little bit better. Also gives you a little more room to maneuver inside the pan. So this is starting to cook down, and then once it starts cooking down, we'll add the rest of our ingredients. Alright, as you can see, your eggs are cooling in the pan for the Scotch eggs, and your potatoes and your other eggs are starting to cool as well. Alright guys, you're just going to season this with a little bit of pepper, cracked pepper, and a little bit of cracked salt, coarse salt. Not a lot. You can season it later on down the line if you want to. Remember, you can always add more salt, you cannot take away. Alright, now we've added the rest of the onion, and we've added the apple and the rest of our cabbage. We're going to stir it, and we're going to let it cook down. Also guys, if you have a little bit of cabbage left over, don't throw it out. Maybe in the next vlog, I'll show you how to make homemade coleslaw. Just zip it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the salad drawer, and I'll show you how to do that later. Alright, as you can see, it's starting to cook down. It's starting to get that golden color. I'm going to show you how to do this, that you don't have to watch it. Once you get the golden color, you can actually put it in the crock pot and let it cook the rest of the way through. Once in a while, come in and stir it, and basically you can have fried cabbage after you get home from your day at work or whatever you do. And this way you don't have to stand at a hot stove after working all day. Okay, that's what the color you're looking for. Now you're going to transfer it from this into the crock pot, put it on low, and let it go. Alright there, now it's in the crock pot. But I'm going to show you a trick that somebody taught me, believe it or not. But if you put a piece of aluminum foil over the top of it, and you put the top on, this way that nice lovely little steam is going to go back in, the moisture is going to go back into the food. It is not going to dry out. Alright, there you are. The aluminum foil is over the top of it. You're going to put your cover on, put it on low and slow, guys. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, now that our fried cabbage is in our crock pot with our aluminum foil, this here, guys, is probably the simplest recipe I can give you. There is your red potatoes still with skins on them, 3 boiled eggs, Hellmann's mayonnaise, parsley flakes, cracked pepper, salt, cutting board, knife, bowl. The key to this, just for me anyway, when I tell you to chop the onions, pulverize them. For me, for whatever reason, it seems to give it a better taste. And everybody's like, well, Bob, why don't you use mustard? Well, who's the star of this story? All right, potatoes. You start using mustard, the mustard starts overpowering the potatoes, and then the star is no longer the potatoes, it's the mustard. Don't do it. Almost forgot, guys, and that's why I do apologize. These do not cool all the way. Do not put them in a refrigerator. As long as they're there, you can handle them. They're not overly hot. You can cut them. Because what it's going to do is, why it's hot, it's going to mix better with the mayonnaise. Alright guys, you cut up your potatoes into these bite-sized pizzas. And my daughter's being a wise bud. She's throwing pepperoni at me. Okay, here's basically what is your onions, your chopped up 3 medium-sized eggs, cracked pepper, salt, and you're going to add a little bit of parsley and your mayo. Now, this is going to sound gross, guys, and I do apologize for those. Go wash your hands in the sink very thoroughly. Keep the water running, and I'll show you why. Alright, keep your water running cold after you washed your hands. I'll show you why. Okay, you see this fine old mess, and sorry it's shaking a little, guys, I'm doing this by hand. You're going to mix this by hand. Yep, you heard me. No spoons, No forks, no knives, no big wooden spoons. Mix it by hand. That's why. As you see, your hand is pretty corroded. Hence, you have to wash it in water. So, that's why I tell you, leave the water running. Okay, that's what it should look like when it is completely done. Now you're going to, if you'd like to put a little paprika, go ahead. I don't think there's any necessary. It just looks pretty. Wrap it in saran wrap. Put it in the fridge until you're ready to serve it, guys. Okay, piece of aluminum or piece of plastic wrap. You're going to take the pork and you're going to make it into a ball, like a meatball. All right, that's about the size you want it. What you're going to do is squish it. You're going to make a patty out of it, and then I'll show you what to do from there. That's about as thin as you want it, guys, because what you're going to do is put your egg in the middle of it, and you're going to surround the egg with the sausage, and then I'll show you how to bread them. Alright, so what you do is you put your hard-boiled egg into your sausage mixture and you wrap it, but you make sure that's about a 1/4 inch thin all the way around, because anything thicker than that, you're going to have problems. It's not going to cook all the way through. The worst thing to eat is uncooked pork. So anyway, let's do this and we will be able to wrap this, and then I'll show you how to bread them and deep fry. Alright, so basically it's real easy. Once you beat your eggs. It's egg, flour, breadcrumbs. Nope, reverse that. Flour, egg, breadcrumbs, but we're not using breadcrumbs. We're using smashed up Doritos. To me, it gives it a little kick-up flavor. It's not the same boring stuff that most people make with Scottish eggs. So anyway, once you do that, you get your oil hot and we'll deep fry these. Alright, there you go. They are covered. Now, how do we know our oil is hot? We've done this trick before. You see bubbles, your oil's hot enough. You're going to drop them in 1, 2 at a time, let them brown, take them out. Now, for me, to ensure that they're done, put them in a 350 oven for like 10 minutes after you fry them. And then what you can do is let them cool to room temperature, cut them into squares. Listen to me. Wow, losing it today. Cut it into 4 equal pieces and serve it with garlic aioli. Alright, as you can see, these are cooking to golden brown. We're going to take them out. You're going to put them in the oven for about 10 minutes. You're going to let them cook, pull them out, let them cool. Now, some people serve them room temperature. Some people refrigerate them and then cut them. I've done both. I see no difference. The key piece is when you do cut them, make sure you have a thin, sharp knife, because if you don't, it's going to drag the breading and the sausage off the egg, and that's what you're going to have is a mess. Alright guys, there you are, garlic aioli. There is your Scottish eggs, cut in quarter, half, and a full one. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss any more of my vlogs. Leave a comment if you'd like to. And I will see you in the next vlog. Our next vlog, I'm thinking of trying to make, which everybody so elegantly refers to me as, is basically Bob Burgers. Nobody got any funny ideas. Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. I appreciate every comment, every episode you guys have watched from the beginning. Hopefully, I will make you proud later on as we grow this channel together. Have a great afternoon.